Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I said I was going to do a follow-up to Halo, the new series on Paramount Plus. I'm going to read the plot synopsis, and then I'm going to give you a short take on how I feel about this. And I think it's be the last, maybe. I don't know. It just depends. But anyway, John takes Quan to an old friend and learns more about the mystery object, which the Covenant and Mackie are determined to steal. With the alien threat growing, Dr. Hazley has a plan to deal with John. So, I just read the plot synopsis. Now, I love last week's episode. And so, I watched this just to see, this is only 54 minutes long, but like I said, it's, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm liking this series. I really am. When I was watching this, man, there was a part where, they show the last week what happened and they give you a recap and they go straight into the new episode. But man, when they was in that spaceship and they were flying through space, that was good. And then when he met one of his old friends that ran away from this guy he met ran away from the group that he was with a long time ago because he was supposed to be part of this Halo group. But he didn't want to be part of it because that Dr. Hazley brainwashed all these people and wiped their memories clean so they could be these super soldiers. But he left and went to this planet. And so this character, John, finds where he's at because he needs help to drop that little girl off. And I think that her name is Quan. And so he meets that guy that he let him go because that guy didn't want to stay with this military group, so he escaped. So they're trying to find out what's going on with this object they got, this mystery object they got. And so that's how this, that's how this episode's set up. But I really truly think that if Paramount can actually, for the next season, because we're still on second season, but for somebody that's like me that doesn't play Halo that much, Halo 4 is my favorite game. And a lot of people say that game wasn't even near as good as Halo 2 and 3. I tried to play Halo 2 and 3, but I like Halo 4. I tried to play the first Halo, and man, I don't know why, I just like Halo 4. So, and I was trying to figure out why the people that played Halo are so upset about this. But I was trying to picture, would people really get into this series if all they did was... Because, okay, when I play Halo 4, it opens up, it introduces you to Halo and all this stuff. And, it's got the, Halo's little AI thing there. I forgot her name. The little alien woman, the sexy alien woman that appears to him. And then, I'm going and I'm shooting everything. So I'm sitting there watching this series. I'm like, would people really get into this if that's all you did was you just had this helmet on, you never seen his face, and all he does is just shoot things? Because that's all I'm doing in Halo 4. So I'm shooting things. I'm going from one section to another section, and I'm just shooting things. I'm unlocking stuff, and I'm going somewhere, and I'm shooting a bunch of enemies. I wipe them out. I go somewhere else, and I talk to Cortana. Cortana's that sexy little AI that appears in front of him. And then, you have all that in the game, which is cool. You learn the stuff, you hear them talk. It sets up everything that's in the video game. But I was sitting there, and I remember me playing that video game. I don't think people would be that much engaged in this if that's all you seen was him looking out his helmet, just shooting all these aliens. But what I hope they do is all the stuff that I shot in Halo 4, I like to see some of that stuff being incorporated as these seasons progress. Because there's a lot of things that they were shooting and fighting against in Halo 4. I don't know about Halo 2 and 3, but there's these things that would fly up in the air, and they had these little things that would fly around, and they go up like this, and then they would come out, and then they would shoot at you and stuff. Now, I hope they put all that stuff in there. Everything that I've seen in Halo 4 that Master Chief was, shooting at, I want that in this series. But I think that in season, 2, I wish that Paramount would actually get some diehard people, like a group of people who really, really, truly played the game, and sit down and talk to them. I said, what would you like for us to do for season 2? To incorporate into the other season. Because right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I want to find out more about that one girl that's, she's, she was one of those girls that they took and they kind of converted her into something. Now, you got Master Chief, because at the end it showed her taking her clothes off and her body was banging. Whew, she looked good. But besides all that, there's something about her too. And now I like to find out what's going on with Quan, because Quan lost her dad. And I think they'll wrap a lot of stuff in that little Quan girl too. So, because she was left behind by Master Chief, and she was just looking off because he asked his buddy he promised him, he said, I want you to make sure you protect her. And he said, okay, but then she wanted to go in, but he wouldn't let her. So she went back to Dr. Hazley to bring that artifact back, which is that mystery object. Which is the Covenant. I guess it's the Covenant, you guys. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just giving you a follow-up on episode 2. I think Paramount is on to something. And I hope they could do something. I just wish that I hope that they could talk to some people that actually play the game. I'm talking about these people that are mad maybe, or upset and don't like what they're seeing, and take notes. Maybe have some people that's in the Paramount company and actually sit with some people and watch them play the game so they can get a more hands-on thing. Now, some of my little nitpicks that I've seen people talk about, when he went to his buddy and he said that his arm got almost taken off, but when he put his arm up, it did look like Paramount got cheap and took some piece of thing and just put it over his arm. So I think if Paramount, it's lighting, if Paramount can actually, take and do more on the special effects as far as, his arm, I did see it look like he just threw it up real quick and brought it back down. I did look a little cheap. So I think that during the off season, they need to work on that to make it look like his arm really got destroyed, and it looks like they did some type of work on it. Because he said, yeah, my arm, when he put his arm up, it looked super cheap. But other than that, man, I can see why people nitpick that. So maybe Paramount needs to work on that a little bit. So overall, you guys, I think I'm hooked. But I like where the story's going. But that's a guy who only played Halo 4. So, as far as diehard Halo people that's really into this game, I just think that they need to sit down and talk to these people and see if they could do a better job for the next season. If I was Paramount, that's what I would do. I actually get a couple people to go with people who actually plays the game and actually watch and play the game for, a couple of hours a shift, so they can get a bird's eye view and stuff, because Bungie is the original maker of Halo. 343 took it over, I believe, because Bungie ended up making that Destiny game. So anyway, I love the first Destiny, but the rest of the Destiny 1 I love, but I didn't like the rest of the Destinies. I don't play them more. That first one was awesome though. Anyway, God bless, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next video. We'll see you.